Welcome to TechQuest channel. This is for the Tech by Your Tech. In this video, I am going to discuss about lab reagent stability from the time it's ordered till the reagent discarded when the expiry date is over. The quality and the quantity of reagent plays the key role in the pre-analytical quality control phase. Good quality reagent gives good results, and the availability of the reagent should be maintained for smooth functioning of the medical lab. Reagent stability. Ability of the reagent to maintain the physical, chemical and microbial properties during the storage and usage. The reagent cannot be used after the date of expiry because the concentration potential decreased and cannot perform the activity up to the expected level. If the reagents are purchased, the lab reagent includes a manufacturer's suggested use by date or expiry date. The date should be followed. For reagent without a use by date or expiry date or in-house prepared solutions, an assessment be conducted and appropriate use by date or expiry date be determined and a literature review should be maintained. Re-evaluation. Material should be re-evaluated as appropriate to determine their suitability for use. Example, after prolonged storage or exposure to heat or humidity, the materials should be retested. Factors affecting stability. The high temperature accelerate oxidation, reduction and hydrolysis reaction that leads to degradation of reagents. pH. Acidic and alkaline pH influence the rate of the decomposition. Weakly acidic and basic reagents show good stability. Moisture. Water catalyzes chemical reactions as oxidation, hydrolysis and reduction reaction. Water promotes microbial growth. Light affects chemical stability through its energy or thermal effect that leads to oxidation. Solid chemicals are more stable than liquid because of the presence of water. Concentration ratio of degradation of chemicals are high in low concentrations compared to high concentration of the same chemical. We use stock solution and working solution. Exposure. Exposure to other gas can affect the stability. Physical stability. Whenever you check a new reagent or old reagent, please check for any visible changes. You can see crystal formation. The liquid becomes more concentrated due to evaporation and the chemical becomes crystal. Loss of water. By loss of water, chemicals become supersaturated and precipitate. Loss of water lead to separation of two phases and change to creams or paste. Absorption of water. Liquefaction and degradation may occur as a result of absorption of water. Microbiological stability. Contamination from microorganisms can occur in reagent and cause unstable reagent. Especially in microbiology cultures, the contamination is the big problem. Source of microbiology contaminations from water, air, raw material, containers, personal, instruments and apparatus. Order. Each lab has to have enough reagent for smooth functioning of the lab. Monthly sample graph can give an idea of expected samples for each test. Always order for long expiry reagents. Reagent receiving protocol. Reagent should be received by the lab as soon as it arrives to the purchase department. No delay is accepted as most of the reagents are temperature sensitive. They have to be maintained in cold chain. Manufacturer's name, reagent quantity, lot number and expiry date should be maintained. If close expiry date reagents are received, the long expiry date reagent in use should be stopped and the close expiry reagent should be calibrated and used first. The information should be given to all lab working in the section. Storage temperature and extra instructions, if any, should be recorded. Storage of reagents. There are different reagents needs different temperature for storage. Reagents at room temperature can be stored at working area, but the area should be dry and away from heat stimulating equipments. Most of the reagents are stored at 2 to 6 degrees centigrade, the refrigerator temperature. These reagents can be stored in the refrigerators or a cold room if big setup is available. You can have stock refrigerator for storage and it should be opened once a day to take out the reagents. that maintains a proper temperature. Working reagents, onboard reagents should be stored in separate refrigerator for daily use. The shorter expiry reagents should be kept up front to take out first. Auto defrost refrigerators are not suitable for storage of lab reagents as more temperature variations can decrease the reagent stability. The refrigerator temperature should be recorded every 8 hours. Freezers at minus 30 degrees centigrade. The lyophilized reagent controls calibrators can be stored at minus 30 degrees centigrade for longer period and maintained regularly. Deep freezers at minus 70 degrees centigrade. Some reagents used in virology and quality control materials need storage at below minus 30 degrees centigrade. Preparation of cryoprecipitate and storage of cryoprecipitate needs low temperatures in blood transfusion centers. Now many of the reagents are based on antigen-antibody reactions. Reagent storage temperature is very important. Frequent thawing and freezing decrease the potential of antigen and antibodies. Onboard reagent stability. The open reagents and loaded reagents in the instruments have very short stability as they are exposed to atmospheric air and frequent pipetting by manual method or the reagent probe that can contaminate the reagent. Please follow the manufacturer's stability instruction to onboard loaded reagents. Container incompatibility. Residuals in the container can react with the new chemical stored and degradation can occur. Do not add new reagent to the loaded reagent even they are same lot number. This will spoil all reagents. The stability time can be decreased by the lab if required, but never extend the reagent stability time or QC runs and never extend the calibration time. Each reagent must have a receiving date. If reconstituted quality control materials, the time and the date of reconstituted, the time and the date on the reagent before opening a reagent, the time and date before loading the reagent in the instrument. In-house prepared reagents must have date of preparation and time. The stock reagent should have time and date of preparation. It should be checked for visible change of decolorization or turbidity for contamination before making a working reagent. Some of the stains need maturation period. These stains must be prepared much in advance and the older stain should be used first. Quality control on reagents. Some of the crucial reagent should check for its quality and notify to the manufacturer if they are not up to the mark. These reagents must be separated from the stock, quarantined, and instruction must be given to all lab personnel dealing with the reagent. Material safety data sheet. All labs should maintain a record of material safety data sheet that includes about the reagent composition, first aid measures, handling and storage, accidental release measures, fire fighting measures, stability and reactivity, toxicological informations, disposal methods. Any new reagents are used for new lab test. The details of the reagent should be maintained. Disposal of reagent. Expired or degraded reagent should be disposed with. All two technologies should take care of all these procedures. The frequency of inventory depends on the size of the lab, but once a week makes the smooth functioning of the lab. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share and like. Write your comments.